According to the American Psychological Association, happy homes protects children from mental, physical, and educational problems. Although sadly about 40 to 50% of married couples in the United States divorce. Today I'm going to tell you why I want to be a marriage and family counselor. First, let me tell you about my background. When I was 1 year old, my parents divorced. I lived with my mother, older sister, and younger brother. I see my father and little sister throughout the year. My parents have always tried their best to make sure that we were not affected by their divorce. But despite their best efforts, I was still affected. I have sad memories of when I was a little girl and how much I would cry after my dad would leave after visiting us. Or when I would go to my dad's house and cry because I missed my mom. I finally grew out of that and went into blaming them phase. I blamed them for things that happened in my life that they had nothing to do with, and would say if they wouldn't have divorced, I wouldn't have these problems. But I was wrong and I knew it. I finally got out of that by forgiving them and giving my pain and grief to Jesus. I accepted the fact that this is how my life is supposed to be, and I'm okay with that. Now I don't blame them for or cry about the matter anymore. I have also observed what divorce does to people and families. Children are not the only ones heartbroken about divorce. Sometimes ex-husbands or ex-wives are also heartbroken. And sadly, sometimes a lot of people turn to unhealthy ways with dealing with this, like alcohol and nicotine addictions, to help ease the pain. Children are affected in more ways than just heartbreak. They are also affected by having different set of rules for each household. I babysat for this mom and stepdad of these two boys, and who would go to their real dads, every other week. When they would ask me to ask their mom if they could watch YouTube, and after she would say no or only 30 minutes, they would ask me, why does she say these things? Our dad lets us watch it whenever we want and how much we want. I could tell that they were confused by having different set of rules for each household. Thirdly, I want to tell you about my burden. I want to become a marriage and family counselor to help improve and save families. Although I know I cannot help every family or end every argument, I want to at least try. In conclusion, I want to help families and save them from the pain I went through or worse. My burden helps me want to do this, and knowing that better homes help children become better.